Friday Night SmackDown is officially on USA.
Seth freaking Rollins, and this is Bretto live on YouTube.
What is going on, guys? Bretto live back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the season premiere of Friday Night SmackDown on USA. Of course, in the US, it's on USA. We're talking about SmackDown. It was a lit show from Seattle, Washington. We are going to talk about the entire thing. Roman Reigns is possibly going to be teaming with Cody Rhodes. We're going to talk about it right now, so let's go. I split up the weekend review this week in two videos, so I already filmed on Raw, so if you guys missed that, I'll leave a link in the description, or you can head to the YouTube channel, check out the Raw video, because Raw was actually really decent, but this video, we're only talking about SmackDown, so let's do it. We opened up the show with the CCO of WWE, the Chief Content Officer, yes, Paul Triple H Levesque. Time to play the game music, and here comes Triple H. Triple H hyping up this Seattle, Washington crowd, and he introduced our first match, that being Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa inside of a steel cage for the undisputed WWE Championship. I couldn't believe that they were starting with that match, but it's understandable looking back at it now because the first 30 minutes of this episode of SmackDown was commercial free. How cool is that? Triple H, it's always cool seeing him on the show. I want him getting back in the storyline. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Triple H could still go. I want him back in the ring, honestly, or just in the storyline somehow, like favoring people. I think that would be really cool. It was no joke. We jumped right into Solo Sikoa versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship inside of a steel cage. This was an awesome match, back and forth action. I was expecting the Bloodline to get involved during the match. I knew we were going to see the Bloodline somehow, but I was expecting them during the match, and they didn't get involved one bit. We saw Cody Rhodes jump off the top of the cage. They did a pretty sick suplex nearly off the top of the cage. This was a great showing here from both men. Cody took some shots. Even Cody got busted open, but that blood dried up pretty fast, suspiciously. In the end, Cody Rhodes does hit a crossroads to pick up the victory fully clean inside of this steel cage match. He beats Solo Sikoa again. He didn't even have any help this time from Roman Reigns. After the match, you already know the Bloodline's got to get involved. Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, Tangaloa, they climb the cage, they jump in the cage, and it's 4-on-1 inside the cage. Jacob Fatu looks to jump off the corner of the steel cage to do some sort of damage to Cody. I don't know what the hell he was going to do, but Jacob Fatu was on the top of the cage, and then here comes the OTC. Roman Reigns' music hits, and he walks down. He closes the door in very dramatic fashion, and he absolutely destroys every single member of the Bloodline inside of the cage. As a little stare down with Cody Rhodes. Was this a friendly stare down? I don't know, man. This is not the only time I will be talking about Roman and Cody in this video. They also ended the show. Roman looked great. He looked menacing when he closed that door. Jacob Fatu also looked to get in on the action because remember, he was on top of the cage. He climbed all the way out, and then it looked like he was going to do the same thing as Roman. He closed the door on Roman Reigns, and then Solo Sikoa pulled Jacob Fatu. His own enforcer, he pulled out of the ring, and he's like, no, you are not going face-to-face with Roman. You are not fighting Roman right now. This is not happening. What an opener. I loved the match. I loved the controversy with the Roman and Cody stuff. Oh, this was some good stuff to open up the show. To open up the show, this was crazy. Jumped into a match to calm down the crowd, because that was a pretty wild opener. It was Piper Niven going one-on-one with Michin. We did have the little Chelsea Green on ringside. Match was pretty fast. We did see Michin pick up the victory in pretty easy fashion. I'm not gonna lie. I thought Piper Niven was gonna come out on top here, but she didn't. Michin bouncing back from that loss up against Nia Jax. After the match, Chelsea Green would attack Michin out of frustration because her best friend Piper Niven just lost, understandably. And then somehow Chelsea Green would hit the unpretty her on Michin on top of a freaking garbage can. They absolutely destroyed Michin. Michin's luck has not been too good. Yeah, she won here, but it didn't really feel like a win because she ate some steel in the form of a garbage can with an unprettier. Kevin Owens was set to go up in a tag team matchup against A-Town Down Unders, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, but Kevin Owens didn't have a tag team partner. Was I the only one that was expecting John Cena? Okay, because of the little history between Kevin and Cena and the history between Theory and Cena, I was expecting Cena. Season premiere SmackDown, you never freaking know, right? It wasn't Cena, it was Ricky. Some random independent guy just popped out. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Kevin's like, my opponent couldn't be here tonight. And then he got word from a production person on ringside. Like, he's here. And then Randy Orton's music hits. And then Kevin hits a stunner on the Ricky dude. I was like, what the heck, man? He was going to try to help you out. So Kevin totally disregarded this Ricky guy. RKO RKO is back, and they had a tag team match up against Grayson Waller and Theory. Loved the double vintage Orton, double Hangman's DDT by both Kevin and Randy in the ropes. That was pretty cool. And then they hit a double RKO, even though Kevin does the stunner. Austin Theory had a great sell. Randy Orton gets the RKO on Grayson. They pick up the victory. They look amazing, and I am just still waiting on Theory to turn face. Oh my gosh, how long are they gonna drag this? Like, Theory's gotta turn face already, man. This is like too long. They are waiting too long for this. It needs to happen soon. But RKO looked really good. It's only a matter of time till Randy Orton turns heel on Cody Rhodes, though. Everybody's waiting for it. Nia Jax was cutting a little promo about her dominance in the women's division. Then she got interrupted by Bayley. Bayley wants her rematch, and then they both get interrupted by Tiffy. Tiffy comes out, and then they get interrupted once again by Naomi, who was dressed as an alien. How funny was that? I loved her glasses. Those were so goofy. So they set up a tag team match for next week because Bayley wants a rematch for the women's championship, and so does Naomi. Naomi hasn't held the belt in a while. She wants a matchup against Nia. So Nia Jax had a really interesting stipulation in the form of a tag team match. If Nia and Tiffy win, whoever they pin, whether it's Naomi or Bayley, has to leave SmackDown. But if Bayley or Naomi pin either Nia or Tiffy, then the person that gets the pinfall victory for that team gets the match at Bad Blood. I'm very curious to see which way this is going to go. I highly doubt that either Naomi or Bayley are going to leave SmackDown and randomly go to Raw. So I'm expecting a Bayley-Naomi victory, but how are they going to pin Nia or Tiffy? I feel like it's going to be a double pin. I feel like Naomi and Bayley are going to double pin either Nia or Tiffy. Like, both of them are going to be on top of them at the same time. So then it turns into a triple threat at Bad Blood, and I'd be totally fine with that. But yeah, this is very interesting tag team setup here. Very interesting. It ended with Tiffany Stratton getting a rear view from Naomi. Episode 5 of Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes. Honestly, hopefully this is the last match. I'm not going to lie. We've seen 5 matches with these guys, and it's been getting a little old, even though every time they do have a match, it always delivers. But I mean, man, it's time for something new. Anyways, match was good. At the beginning of the match, they were 2-2, 2 wins to 2 wins. But at the end of the match, Andrade came out on top with a little cool spin maneuver off the top rope to take out Carmelo Hayes. 1, 2, 3. Andrade wins the match clean. And this kind of felt like a number 1 contenders match for the United States Championship. And it really did after LA Knight came out and kind of addressed Andrade here, saying, I'm still the champ. And when we go face to face again, I will still be the champ. Yeah. Super basic promo here from LA Knight. But I kind of feel bad for Carmelo. I feel like Carmelo should still be in this match. The past 2 times he's faced Andrade, he won, and he kind of just came up short here. I feel like this still needs to be a triple threat. I feel like Carmelo will somehow screw Andrade over, maybe leading to a triple threat at Bad Blood. I'd be totally fine with that. I think that would be really good. But as of now, it looks like it's going to be Andrade versus LA Knight on an episode of SmackDown for the US title. Jade and Bianca had a little promo backstage with their women's tag team championships. They think it's their division, but then they get interrupted by Nia and Tiffany Stratton, and Nia thinks it's her division. Nothing too crazy here. I'm glad they are the women's tag team champions again. I like Jade and Bianca. I think they're the most dominant women's tag team of all time, man. They're untouchable. And we closed out the show going over the SmackDown 2-hour time limit, I might add. They went 9 minutes over their time limit. Let's go. Screw you, Fox, for cutting off SmackDown at the exact time. Let's go. We went over our time limit, baby. Roman Reigns, Nick Aldis open up this promo. Roman Reigns asks for the contract because the contract was made out for a tag team match with Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns going up against Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. Tag team match was brought up by Nick Aldis. He wrote up the contract, and this match needs to happen at Bad Blood, but Cody was hesitant about signing this contract. He said he doesn't want to deal with the Bloodline anymore. He doesn't want to sign this contract. Before Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes looked to brawl it out, they looked like they were about to brawl. They would get interrupted by Solo and Jacob, and then from behind, Tama Tonga and Tongaloa would attack Roman and Cody. Roman and Cody would take him out with a spear and a little crossroads, and then Roman said, I'm signing this damn contract. I need to take care of this fake tribal chief. So Roman signed the contract, and then Cody Rhodes would also sign the contract. Cody Rhodes caved. He wants to get his hands on the Bloodline again. You can't stay away from the Bloodline. And Solo Sikoa kept telling Roman, don't do it, he's not your friend, he beat you at WrestleMania, he doesn't like you, he doesn't like you. Regardless what Solo Sikoa has to say, it's still going to be a tag team match of bad blood between Solo and Jacob versus Roman and Cody. Arch rivals, now tag team partners, common enemies, creates very unique friendships here in Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. What the heck? That was the first episode of SmackDown on the USA Network. What did you guys think of this show? I thought it delivered. Really enjoyed this episode of SmackDown. Obviously, my favorite match was Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa inside of the steel cage. And my favorite moment was Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes signing that contract. I cannot wait for that tag team match. Ranking this episode of SmackDown out of 10, I'm going to give this episode a solid 7 out of 10. Let me know your ranking in the comment section down below. And I will see you guys next time. Bretto Live is signing out. Sting wasn't on the show.